Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition, Victoria Revisited, La Primera Cerveza de Mexico. Since 1865, this is one of Mexico's oldest beer brands, introduced during the time of the French Empire of Maximilian, who was supported by French troops. And after they evacuated in 1867, he was overthrown. He had no way to hold on. But anyway, that's another story for another time. That's how old this is. 4% alcohol. The recipe has probably changed since 1865. 135 calories per 12 ounces. So that's low calories, really. It's pretty low alcohol for a mass-produced lager. They're usually running around 4.5. This is only 4. Bought this at some local store. Oh, where did I buy this? Can't remember. It's out of date though. About 2 months, so I wouldn't have bought it if I'd have known. Can't trust these stores, man. Just can't. Alright, so I think it was Racetrack in Chalmette where I bought it. But if you think those gas stations are going to check dates, you are dreaming. So you as a consumer need to do it, but I didn't do it. All right. So a lot of Austrians moved to Mexico during the time of the Franco-Austrian occupation, 1862 to 67. Maximilian was overthrown, but a lot of Austrians did stay, and their beer tradition stayed. And so a lot of Mexican brewing tradition comes from Germany and Austria. Of course, at that time, Austria was part of the German Confederation, considered a German state, 1865. Thick, slightly off-white head, and it's a clear copper appearance. Now, does it have coloring at it? This I do not know. Let's hope it's from toasted malts. Smells good. Doesn't smell like old. You get toasted bread, like bread crust, like white bread crust, which smells about right. And they're using that Mexican corn as an adjunct. Okay. American beers don't typically follow the Reinheitsgebot, the German purity law, for various reasons. Okay, and that law does not apply in Austria. I don't know if it ever did. I don't think it ever did. Okay, anyway, taste. It might have from 1938 to 45, but it was a lot of brewing interruption at that time. And Austria may have been exempt from that law during that period. It has a creamy mouthfeel. You get like metallic hops. It has nothing to do with the age. That's just how this beer tastes. I guess they're using some kind of noble hops. This Vienna lager. Apparently Vienna lagers aren't too popular in Vienna this day and age. Medium body. Sweetness is low. 2 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness is low. But not non-existent. There is some bitterness here, so I would give it 2 out of 5 hop cones. It's got a presence, a bitter presence to balance it. Super drinkable, 4%. I see this around more into the New Orleans area, like where I bought this. Chalmette borders New Orleans. But, well, no. Chalmette borders Araby, which borders New Orleans. So it's 2 towns from New Orleans. Get to Araby, then Chalmette. Sorry about that. Heading east from New Orleans. Sorry. Okay, along the Mississippi River. Yeah. Well, actually, there's a part of New Orleans that goes north of Chalmette, so I guess you could say Chalmette is also south of New Orleans. Yeah, it does border New Orleans, actually, on the north side of Chalmette. Okay, yeah. Along Louisiana Highway 47. Forgot about that. But anyway, that's irrelevant to this video. But I do see, like in Meta Reed, Jefferson, Louisiana, and then Kenner, they'll have 12 packs of the bottles in some stores. Hopefully they're fresh. And then I saw this tall can and I figured, I'll buy it. And I did. So that's the only drawback, the date, but it doesn't taste like the date affected it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but really you want to follow your Best By date. Especially a 4% relatively light lager. Now, if it was an Imperial Stout, wouldn't much matter. So give it one more sip, and then I'll score it. It's tasting great right now, though, I'll tell you the truth. So this is a Modelo. Grupo Modelo owns it now. They produce it in Mexico, and Grupo Modelo is owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev. But the distribution in the United States is under the control of Constellation Brands. And that's a whole big complicated story I don't want to go into. But it is true. Okay, this thing is an A. I don't guess it'd be an A plus if it was like a month old, but it might be. I don't know. It's one of the best mass-produced Latin American or Mesoamerican beers you can get. So it's really one of the top. It's a different type of thing because usually they're not dark. There are some dark ones. Dos Equis Ambar. I think this is better than that, although I like Ambar. Modelo Negra, yeah, that's hard to beat. So if I was going to drink a Mexican beer, and oftentimes I would want to do that, and we'll buy them. Get Corona Familiar, Modelo Negra, Victoria, Dos Equis Ambar. Those are 4 for sure. Pacifico probably be 5. 5 top ones, yeah. And some we can't get, like Estrella Jalisco. We can't get that in Louisiana. I can get it in Texas. Montejo we can't get. So it's just, we get some, we can't get others. We get a lot of Central American beers in some parts of the New Orleans area. All right, so anyway, Le Bon Temps Roulé. A most excellent beer. I'm going to go with a 95 out of 100. That's how good it is. I prefer it from the 12-ounce bottles, but I did find this can, so I figured it was just convenient. Now I kind of wish I'd have bought the 12-pack. But so 95 out of 100, one of the great legendary American macro, North American macro lagers, Vienna-style lager. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Nava, Mexico, and take a brewery tour.